Hi, I'm Mark Birch, Global Startup Advocate at AWS. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Virginia Blaser. I'm the CEO of VoxCroft Analytics.
And I'm Fred Lutz, the COO.
So, really short and snappy, what is VoxCroft?
We help tell the world stories to help decision makers make better decisions.
Wow, I'm really looking forward to digging into this. I always like to also get a sense of what was the background of the entrepreneur? Like what were you doing prior? I'd love for you to share.
So this company really came out of the U.S. consulate in Cape Town, South Africa, where I think some of the U.S. government's best data scientists and open source experts were serving for many years. And they looked around and they realized there was such power in open source, such power in this analytics, that they decided to leave those positions and start a private sector company, a startup. And this is where our story started.
That's amazing. And so you're both involved in the consulate here in Cape Town. That's amazing. So taking this idea and productizing it, I'd love to understand, well, how's the consumer getting involved? How are they getting value out of this idea of pulling in the world's data?
So we started the company with the tactical intelligence. We have a platform that collects data from publicly available sources, filters it using a combination of AI and tradecraft, and providing this data insights to the customer. We realized quite quickly that customers, especially decision makers, high-level decision makers, they need actionable insights. They need wisdom from this data. So our solution has developed from then to go from only tactical solutions into a strategic solution as well to provide these insights.
Amazing. So I'd be curious to understand, where is VoxCroft now in its story? Are you fundraising? Are you going into new markets, new verticals?
So one of the really interesting things about the AI approach in our tradecraft is it really can go across any sector. While we started initially, because it was our place of strength, having many of us been U.S. government experts before in the government space, we've really learned how beautifully this leverages into the NGO sector, into the private sector. We have staff in 13 countries right now, and we're servicing customers across the whole world. But we've got to bring in a couple of differentiators to do that. One is you've got to really be able to listen to people in their own voice. So we have unique ability to do machine translations, even across languages that your typical big guys don't even pay attention to. So first is listening to people in their own voice. And secondly is being able to differentiate when it really is someone's voice. So be able to filter out all that noise of bot activity and inauthentic activity. So those are some of our differentiators that we're bringing into the private sector. We're growing into the United States. And I think we'll look for our next round of fundraising soon.
Wow, that's an incredible growth story. And you're already making a significant amount of impact. What have you learned in this journey, right? Because you've expanded, so there must be things that you've learned along this process that are kind of those lessons learned. Does anything come to mind?
Yeah, I mean, it's a cliche, but the team would definitely be the importance of team cohesion, of making sure as the company grows, especially your founding, your core management team, making sure you have close relationships and you trust each other is really the most important lessons I've learned.
Look, and I think with that piece of framework of the team, as Fred said, it's really then going forward and being bold and being excellent. You have to deliver at these levels, at the decision levels, you have to deliver excellent information. And we have to boldly grow our tradecraft and our tech. And the team's been doing a terrific job with this.
I love the focus on just customer excellence and listening to the customers, but also thinking big, being bold. Don't hold back on your entrepreneurial journey because you're trying to change the world like VoxCroft is doing. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.